Aussie Bonsai Bloke. Here you go. Today, going to be working on this silver birch tree. This one here was grown in the ground by another guy, not me, and he dug it up about a year ago. It's never been styled. I think some of the main branches were cut off when it was collected, but that's about it. A lot of weeds, get rid of the weeds. So it never got cut back in winter at all, and whatever's grown now is a spring growth, and it's going to be cut back pretty hard. So see what happens if we cut it back hard. Okay, so we're going to choose the structure and everything of this tree. That's enough for the weeding for now. Weeding's done. So yeah, I don't know how long it was in the ground for or anything. He got out of bonsai basically and had all this stuff in the ground and said if I wanted it, I could have it. So I grabbed it for the best price possible of $0. And here we are today. So I'll keep most of everything that I can, but not all. So there'll be a few spots where there's 3 branches in one location. I'll knock it back to 2 as I always do. Always try to do anyway. There'll be, looks like there'll be some dead stuff in here as well. I think actually from memory, because I've had it for a year, never trimmed it at the start. From memory, I reckon I let this burn to a crisp last year in the sun when I think I had irrigation problems, and it burnt to a crisp. Lost every leaf and took a long while to shoot back out, and it looks like it could have been a bit of dieback to go with that, but that's alright. So we're just cutting everything back to 2s at the moment, and just basically clearing out branches that we don't want, where there's too many in one location. You choose the sort of the better one. It's got you'll see soon, but it's got a really strange trunk line. You'll see that because we're going to be clearing it all out so that you can see. You can see already that this branch here is pretty bloody ugly and long, and we don't want it that long and ugly, so we're going to get rid of that one. Got some dead. Do we want that one? No, don't want that one. Okay, now that we've got rid of that one, I might be able to show you we've got some dead 2 branches here. So they were alive, but I feel like when it dried back, got burnt in the sun, no water, that's what happened. It died. A lot of dead stuff in here, but we just have to go through and sort it out. Clean out a lot of the dead stuff. And try not to rush it too much, but don't want to keep you guys waiting too long. Another dead branch. That one's alive, so we'll leave him. Leave him going. It's actually got some fine branching on that one and some twigging. Yeah, it's going to be a crazy tree. I know it's not going to be to everyone's taste. Most people are going to pay it out, I'm sure, and that's alright. Don't mind people giving it a hard time. That's what bonsai is all about, a bit of critiquing, a bit of paying out. So, all good. So you got a problem with it? That's fine. Working back here. Clear these little branches down the bottom. You know, I knew this was a bit of a weird thing right from the start when I first got it, but right when I seen this branch, I decided, you know what, I'm going to keep that one. Mainly just to annoy everyone else, because I'll have to look at it and I'll wonder why the heck someone would keep something like that. I'm sure they will. That's okay. I don't blame you, because it is pretty damn ugly. Not the best stock in the world to start with anyway. Guess that's partly the reason he was giving it away. Actually did a really good job. While he was keen, he put heaps of plants in the ground. Lives in a very wet climate, so he didn't have to water them a lot. Put them in the ground, and it's just, you know, grown a heap of trunks like this. Unfortunate for him that he didn't get to reap the rewards of all his hard work. It's quite unfortunate that he's given up, because he was a great bloke, loved catching up with him. He said he still has got a few. I won't say he's completely given up. Still got a few, and he was still talking about maybe getting back into it one day, but for now, he's having a break, travelling around Australia. So I won't give him too hard a time, but unfortunately our whole, it was sort of like a, I don't know, gathering more than a club, but the whole gathering sort of broke up in the hills, because three of the main, I only joined it for a couple of years because it was pretty close, like only a 25-minute drive for me. And unfortunately, in the first couple of years, some of the main members quit bonsai altogether. Just up and quit one day, they all did. Don't know why. Just they all claimed that it got too much for them and they had other things to do. I think some went into the Bible study. Gave up bonsai for Bible study. Not my cup of tea, but if you're into that, go for it. And what else happened? Yeah, the travelling one, and another one's just getting a bit older. Didn't turn up to meetings anymore, so the whole club sort of disbanded and is gone. So the idea here is I'm just getting rid of some of this dead stuff out the back to create a bit of taper. Like I say, it wasn't really much of a club, you know, we'd have sometimes 2 or 3 people in winter working on a tree together, and that's about it. But it was great fun, I really loved it, really enjoyed it. Working with other people. How you going, Seth? You just finished school?
Yeah.
Good job, bud. I'm guessing Mum's home then?
Yeah, I'm home.
Yeah?
I thought I was finding a little video.
Yeah, I thought I'd just do a really quick one. A really quick one before we have to go in for tea and stuff. Just come straight out here and just hack straight into it.
Mum wanted to go for a walk.
Oh yeah.
Maybe. It depends if it stops raining.
Yeah, there's a rain cloud coming, isn't there? Funny looking rain cloud. Well, no, I don't think I broke that. It was already broken. There's some callus there. It was hanging on by the skin of its teeth. Now she's gone. So very strange tree, very strange. So bit of yelling going on out there, someone's grumpy. Okay, kids fighting again, I reckon. Kids are always fighting. I don't know how you go with your kids, everyone, but my kids are constantly at each other all the time. Okay, so shears are really, actually I don't like that. Big straight section here, very ugly. Even too ugly for me. So I'll chop that down, give it a stub here. I'm hoping this is, because people say they get a bit of dieback on these. I'm hoping it's going to be a little bit like the crepe myrtle if you cut it back hard while it's got sap flow. I'm hoping, just hoping that'll be okay. We had 3 from that location. Silly me, I didn't knock one off. Might even knock another one off. So now I've only got those 2 bare ones. And you know what? I don't even like this bit here. It's just too straight. Don't know how far I'll knock it back to there. Let's see. Don't mind that bit, that can be your second apex. I'll cut it back harder. Now the second apex is actually taller than the first, and you know, if that's what happens in the long run, who cares? That's how the tree wants to roll. I'll let it roll like that. Although it didn't really have much of a choice, did it? Roots wise, looks like it's got decent roots. Actually really good roots, I'm surprised. Got pretty good division of roots here. One's rotten, that's not good. Okay, we've got pretty good roots all round, so pretty much front can be anywhere. I'll just have a look from there. She's an ordinary, should have brought you guys closer, sorry about that. Be struggling to see what even happened. Very ordinary, very ordinary. Ugly as a tree can get. I'm going to cut this one back a bit. Cut it back to this bit. Cut this dead bit off. And that's it, see? Told you I was cutting back hard. Might even force that one to shoot back a bit. Okay, so no mucking around with that one. She's going to have to really do some pushing now. She lost a fair bit. Show you how much she's lost. Look at that. Even had a bit of few seed pods, I suppose you call them. A good few seed pods on it. Okay, so she's a very weird looking tree, but we'll see what comes of her. We could try tipping it up a bit if we want to later. If you tip it up too much and then you start losing the one side of the root base, it'll go into the soil. And I quite like this ugly branch on the side with the inverse taper. Even the other side of the tree is not, well, it's all looks pretty ordinary. It's a very ugly tree. Maybe I'll try and make the ugliest tree. Maybe that's what I'll name this title. I'm going to name this title World's Ugliest Bonsai and try and make the world's ugliest bonsai. See what happens. And we'll keep going with that in mind. We're going to make this into the ugliest, feralest tree ever. The ugly duckling. Maybe I'll call it the ugly duckling. World's ugliest is probably a bit harsh. I'll call it the ugly duckling bonsai. Alright, no worries. Cheers. That was a quick little video. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your mates about the channel. And I'll catch you tomorrow. Cheers.